Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Apollo1, and today we are back with another Infinite Warfare class setup. This time we're going to be taking a look at the NV4, one of the best weapons in the game, one of the most consistent weapons within the game, and really acts like an ACR slash Honey Badger from previous Call of Duties. But before we get any further into today's class setup, guys, if you are new to Carnage Clan, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you are notified when new class setups go up, when new gameplays go up, and when new tips and tricks go up. Also, down after you subscribe, underneath this video, there's a little bell. If you click that bell, you are given different options, and you want to click the option that gives you the notifications for all of the videos. That way, you get notifications for all the videos that go live. Especially at a time like this, you want to know when those videos are going live because so much content is going up in Infinite Warfare, and you don't want to miss out on any of these videos, especially the class setups, because I have some good tips for you that I think will definitely help your game. And also, if you guys could drop a like on today's video, that will help the video get out there to other people, and that will benefit them by getting more. It would be greatly appreciated if we could shoot for like 1,000 likes. That would be awesome. So let's talk a little bit about this class setup before we go into the actual class setup. The class setup that I'm using allows you to really do well in most engagements, especially on Frontier, the gameplay that I'm showing you right now. I'm showing you some really good little tears that I went on in a 50+ kill gameplay using the NV4, which is an assault rifle on the smallest map in the game. And that's because this class setup allows you to move fastly with stock and allows you to have an extended mag, so you're able to take out multiple enemies without reloading, so you're able to kind of rush in there, take out a bunch of enemies without having to get in that awkward situation where you're reloading and there's an enemy in front of you. And then also the foregrip allows you for those long engagements. You're just going to have pinpoint accuracy, so you're going to be able to kill them very quickly because you'll be able to get more of your shots on target, and it's just going to generally be a good class setup for you guys. The NV4 is very good. Like I said, it kind of acts like the Honey Badger or the ACR from previous Call of Duty games, and I think that you'll find real success with this weapon. If you haven't used it or you haven't using it as much, try this class setup and then let me know what you think. Come back to this video, leave a comment saying, hey, this class setup actually helped out compared to what I was using on the NV4 before, because I know some people are like, this weapon's really inconsistent, but I think it's because they're not using foregrip, one, and that causes the recoil to be a little awkward sometimes. But with that all being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the class setup. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into this class setup, starting off with the variant that we have, and that is the NV4 Exalted Common variant, which is good because in the beta we don't have Scavenger, and this specific variant has Stockpile, which gives us an increased amount of ammo, and that also extends with extended mag, so we can really get a lot of ammo, which is extremely good in when we're going for high scoring gameplays and stuff like that. And as you can see, I do have extended mags on, but we're gonna get to that. This is the juicy stuff, the things that matter. Now, let's go ahead and start off with stock. Stock is the first attachment that I decided to use. Stock is extremely good because when you're going around corners, you can go around a lot more fluently, a lot more sleeker, if that's even a word, and you can take out your enemies a lot easier. So when you are pre-aiming and going around corners or going into an area where you're not sure if there's going to be an enemy or not, stock allows you to kind of just give you a whole lot of it. You're able to aim down your sight and move faster and not be extremely stiff. If you notice that when you don't have stock on and you try to strafe back and forth and just move in general, you move extremely slow, and it's just kind of, it's inconvenient, puts you at a disadvantage, and you're not going to be able to do well. But when you have stock on, you are able to strafe side to side a whole lot easier, a whole lot faster. Stock is a huge must for this class setup. Next up, we have extended mags. Now, this is one that is kind of that one attachment that you can switch on and off with others, but extended mag I like because it allows you to hold more ammo, obviously, and you're not going to be reloading nearly as much, and you're going to have more ammo to start with. So I really like extended mags, and I like it personally because, you know, going for high scoring gameplays and stuff like that, it is very good. However, you can change this out for quick draw or rifled barrel. Those are two that I would recommend. The rest of them, honestly, unless you're going for some kind of challenge, don't really use them. They're not necessary. Quick draw, I would say, is really necessary. Like, if you don't want to use extended mags, then use quick draw, and then your second option to quick draw could be rifled barrel. But quick draw is definitely another good one that you could use to replace extended mags. Now the next one is foregrip. Now foregrip is extremely important for the NV4 because the foregrip on the NV4 basically makes this weapon the ACR from Modern Warfare 3 or the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghost. Those are the weapons that it really reminds me of, or even like the Bal 27 from Advanced Warfare. The NV4 is very, very powerful, and with foregrip, it becomes a laser beam, at least in my experiences. I love it. It's awesome, and it's really fun to use. So that's kind of the setup I would go for. It really reduces that recoil and makes it practically a laser beam. Now, moving on to the perks that I have. Now, the perks that I'm using are Dexterity, which is reload and switch weapons faster, a total must. Reloading faster is a must, so definitely use Dexterity. And then Ghost, I'm using Ghost right now because so many people are using the UAV, and people are really counting on the UAV, like constantly eyeing that UAV because they're not really familiar with the maps and they want to know where the enemies are. They're getting used to things. So people are using UAVs, people are keeping their eye on that radar, so I'm using Ghost to counter that. Another perk that you really could use that's very good is Blast Shield, because grenades are very powerful in this game, but also Recon is a really fun and useful perk because it makes that minimap a whole lot larger and you're able to see a larger area. I have been using it quite often when I'm not using Ghost. For my second perk, this is a perk that you can actually take off and replace with another attachment. And that other attachment could be Quick Draw, so that you could use extended mags and Quick Draw at the same time. But the momentum perk is very, very good. I like it because you sprint faster over time, and it kind of gives you that sense that you're moving fast all the time and that you're rushing constantly, and you don't feel like a slug. I hate feeling like a slug in Call of Duty, and this really changes that. So it's really a fun perk to use and good and useful, and I would recommend using it. But Scavenger, once this is unlocked, Scavenger, man, I gotta use Scavenger, and I'm not gonna be able to have that extra attachment on my weapon because Scavenger is just a must. Now for the next one, Marksman is absolutely just mandatory, because Marksman basically, it says acquire enemy names from greater distances, reduced flinch that primarily affects sniper rifles, but gives a very minor benefit to other weapons. Now, this is a very, very good perk because when you're aiming down the sights, it automatically kind of just points out where all your enemies are, and it just kind of makes it very visible and very clear to you on what you're shooting at and kind of what's going on in a certain area. So when you aim down into a corridor, it's going to automatically light up all the enemies that are down there and put their name above their head with their health bar and all that kind of stuff. So definitely use Marksman. It's not for everybody, so if you try it and you're like, I don't really need this, then fine, but for me, it makes me literally a better player. Like while I'm playing, it makes me a whole lot better, so I would highly recommend it to you guys. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this class setup. Hopefully you enjoyed. Once again, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed and this offered any kind of tips or helped you out. I hope it does. If you use it and it really does, make sure to come back to this video and leave a comment saying I got an atomizer strike, or I got 100+ kills with this weapon because of this class setup, or maybe made your game just generally better. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Carnage Clan if you are new for class setups on all the other weapons, as well as other tips and tricks and lots of other gameplays, some things that you're really going to enjoy. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later.